Hi, everybody. My name is John Faulkner, and I'm the host of the Smarter Systems, Better Care podcast. And I'm here today with Shannon Tremel. So Shannon Tremel is the Executive Vice President of Sales at Griffin Resources, and she's bringing over 20 years of valuable experience in building and leading record-breaking healthcare sales teams. So thank you for joining us today, Shannon. How is your day going?
Thank you so much for having me. It's a great day. It's Friday.
And do you mind, just to get us started, just sharing a bit about your role at your company and just like, how do you fit in the bigger picture?
Sure. So with my 20 years of healthcare experience, I came to Griffin through an acquisition. The acquisition, we were focused on healthcare only. Griffin Resources is industry agnostic. We offer fractional services in the HR, talent acquisition, sales coaching, leadership coaching, and digital marketing space. So through that acquisition, I came to kind of oversee the sales department at Griffin. We have been in business for almost 6 years now, organic growth year over year, very, very quickly. And now we have had great success with our leadership coaching and our sales coaching systems. And with my healthcare experience, we gravitate a little bit towards healthcare, but our leadership and sales coaching can go across any industry because sales is sales, right? Like you just got to grind it and do what you need to do to make the sales. So it's been fun.
So it sounds like you started in kind of the healthcare niche, but Griffin may be growing to other industries potentially.
Yes.
Excellent. And then just in your role is like, at Griffin, what does your typical day look like? So, because our audience might not know from your level, like, what are you working on day to day? How does that look and feel?
So every day is an adventure.
Yeah.
We have some large nationwide clients that utilize us in multiple capacities. So we're doing hiring for them. Many times we'll hire a sales rep for them, and then we'll bring them on for coaching. We also work with business owners on bringing someone in their operations lead to the next level. They're really looking for them to step into that COO level or step in and really run the business so that owner can step back a little bit. So I work with our team. I have a team of leadership coaches. I have a team of digital marketing specialists. I have a team of talent acquisition, my talent acquisition executive that I work with, and we have a whole talent acquisition team. And they focus on different industries. So we are really strong in the different industries that we offer our services in. So it really depends on what's happening that day, sales meetings, or if we're launching a new client. So setting them up with the right people on the team and just kind of keeping it all straight and moving forward.
Excellent. What are like the top 3 industries that you guys are focusing on? I know healthcare is one, but what would be like 2 other ones that you're really focused on from day to day?
So healthcare, obviously, and then I would say nonprofits as well. We work with a lot of nonprofits from the HR space. And then those types of companies, kind of industrial, where they're hiring a lot of people on a team and they have that constant like growth mode where they're hiring multiple people at multiple times. So I would say industrial, nonprofit, and then healthcare.
Excellent. And then as far as like your current state of, Griffin Resources, like what's working well for you guys now? And like the alternative, what's been frustrating from the day to day?
So right now, the frustrating piece I would say is really the uncertainty just of the US right now and uncertainty of the market. So, having the luxury of having enough money to pay for our services to leadership coach, to sales coach, obviously it's needed, but having those extra funds to actually be able to throw at a program like that has been, it's been a little bit of a challenge this year. Some months have been stronger than others, but we can definitely feel the market. Right now, our leadership coaching is really taking off. We are showing great strides in revenue with our leaders that we're working with. It's a tailored 12-week program where we're really honing in on their different skills and areas of improvement. And then also digital marketing has been a really big thing for us this year. People wanting to revamp their websites, improve their SEO to get more business in. Those 2 pieces have really taken off.
That's excellent. So you're going a couple different ways and helping people in ways you may not have thought of that are digital marketing space. So, and as far as like getting into the like data, because I'm a data guy. So like, what metrics are you most focused on improving today?
From a sales coaching perspective, is increasing the revenue that the salesperson's bringing in. We track that on a weekly basis when we're meeting with that person, making sure they're calling on the right accounts, making sure they're calling on the right number of accounts, and then bringing in more revenue. From a leadership coaching perspective, we also measure it on revenue, as well as we look at the culture of the branch, turnover, and all those different metrics that are ran, under a leader.
Excellent. And then where do you guys see like your future goals? Like where do you want to end up like in 6 or 12 months? Just curious to hear from like your sales perspective of where you want to go.
Right. So Griffin Resources started out as an HR firm, quickly added talent acquisition to that. Our HR offerings are very strong and a big piece of our business. Right now, for the sales and leadership coaching side, I'm about 20% in. So my personal goal, and in my department, I want to even that out and be, at 50%. I want to be the strongest department of Griffin.
Excellent. That's definitely a realistic goal for sure. And then like, I always like to ask this question too. If you could solve like one major challenge today, what would it be? Put it in this perspective. If you had a magic wand in your business, what would you want to fix? Just curious to hear about that.
The budgets of the clients that we meet with, our potential clients, so many of them want to either grow to sell or they want to grow to, all those different things, but then they don't really have that budget to utilize our services. So if I could wave that magic wand and give everyone a budget to afford what we have to offer, that would be my dream.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And then just getting back to kind of like, you talked about like digital marketing, because I don't think we talked about that before. What are things you're doing in digital marketing? You mentioned like website building, SEO a little bit. Curious to hear more about that.
So we work with a lot of companies that have gone through an acquisition. So we work on revamping everything from their logo to their, brochures and collateral and business cards. And we create all of those things. And then really watching their ad spend and increasing their SEO with with all of the back end Google and all of those things, and then really making that impact and seeing that impact with the referrals that are starting to come in through their websites.
Excellent. And then what kind of results are you seeing from that? Just curious, like what are people saying for feedback? Obviously you're doing well, so I'm just curious. Yeah.
Sure. So we track it on a monthly basis and give those reports to the owners that we work with. And whenever we go in, it doesn't happen overnight. We always tell our clients it's going to take about 3 months to really start seeing the benefits of what we're doing on the back end. But we can see a huge uptick, 20% with the leads that are coming in from the SEO efforts through the website within the first 6 months, between 3 and 6 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then it just continues to grow from there. It's wild. It's really cool. I've learned so much about it because that was not my background.
Yeah.
Like I look at a computer and it breaks. So I'm not a tech person. I'm definitely a salesperson, but yeah, it's really, really cool to watch. And our clients are super happy with what we've done for them.
That's excellent. And then you kind of alluded to it too. Like I'm sure you're always like a lifelong learner in this area too with sales. You're always trying to tweak things, make things better. What are things that like you're trying to learn right now or feel like you're getting better at? Are there like personal goals there or goals for your teams?
So really digging into the different industries and where Griffin can be the best resource. Get it? Griffin Resources, the best resource for them. So, obviously we're strong in the healthcare space. We have, other types of clients, but digging into all the different industries that are out there and finding the right people, the decision makers to go to, and then also making an impact when you're reaching out to those folks, right? So many people are getting spammed now. I mean, through LinkedIn and through emails, and so much is going unread. So getting the attention really quickly and bringing your message quickly enough to get their attention and get them to respond. That's what I've been working on.
Yeah, that's excellent. And then another market I think you mentioned was like industrial. I personally don't have a lot of experience there, so I'm sure the audience doesn't either. Well, is there like specific people within the industrial space that you seem to be catching on with pretty quickly, or is there just a smaller subset that you're working with right now?
It's a mix. And then also, in when we're talking about industrial, also with builders and contractors.
Gotcha.
And those kind of spaces. And then really overall, franchises have been a really good client for us across across all industries.
That's really interesting because it's like, I'm sure there's a lot you can do there too. There's always like new franchises. There's people growing franchises. So there's like an existing model versus new. And then like, how do people find you? I'm kind of curious from that. Is it because of all the SEO work you're probably doing on your own site, or like where do these people come from? I'm just curious.
So we do a lot of LinkedIn outreach.
Yeah.
We do, we try and stay in front and have different posts that highlight all of our different services, and then also ramping up our SEO. And then we're also launching a big new effort through Apollo where we're going to start really reaching out through different targeted industries there and different targeted levels, people in the organization.
Yeah, and then Apollo 2, just for the audience, Apollo is a software program to locate potential prospects, right? Is that to make sure you can help those people out appropriately, right, in their market.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh my gosh, Apollo is, I'm giving you a plug, Apollo, so you're welcome, but it's amazing how much information is in their database and really the different targeted campaigns that you can do through just one program.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like a one tool solution rather than having using like 20 or 30 different things to integrate and connect and translate the data. So yeah, I completely get that. Were there any other things too? Like, was there something unique about Griffin Resources that you want to bring to the table to tell people about?
Sure. So all of our services are fractional, meaning you only pay for the hours performed. So we don't do a lot of flat package offerings. Everything is done by the hour. So, and we tailor every one of our offerings to the specific client. So if you were to bring us in for HR, we could help you with your payroll. We could help you create handbooks. I mean, we can, help with anything HR related, and you would only, pay for whatever service you're using. From a talent acquisition perspective, we do not charge a percent of the salary, which many of our competitors do. We actually charge hourly. So when you bring us on to hire someone for your organization, if we find you someone in 3 weeks, which is a great one for you, but if we find someone in 3 weeks, you're only paying for those 3 weeks of work. There's no flat rate. And then from our sales coaching and leadership coaching, it is also an hourly rate. So you're only paying for the hours that we are working with the owners and the coachees. And then from a digital marketing perspective, it's very similar as well.
Excellent. Yeah. And where can people find you if they want to reach out or connect with you and learn more?
So our website is Griffin-resources.com. I love connecting on LinkedIn and growing my network. So Shannon Tremel, look me up on LinkedIn. And then Griffin Resources has a LinkedIn page as well. And we're also on Facebook and all of the different avenues there. So we would love to connect, and we would love to help anyone out there that could use our services. Like I said, we tailor everything we do for our clients. We'll do whatever we can to help them.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time today. And I really appreciate having a good conversation. And I'm sure our audience does too, learning more about this industry. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, John.